Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. For Nier Reincarnation, let's do an analysis of one of the more complex characters, Gayle. Lots to say about her, but we'll use my 5-question structure, which I have used for a couple characters before. I've done other character analyses with other structures too, and I've gathered them all in a playlist linked below. I hope you take a look. First, let's sum up Gayle's arc real quick. She is in the same time and place as Prince Leon, and due to the warmongering of the king, she loses her parents, village, and sister. Furthermore, she is taken in for experimentation by the King's Living Weapon project, and loses her arm and leg to it. Gayle's journey for revenge involves many places, people, and revelations. I think a whole game could be built around just her. Alright, but let's turn to the questions where we can dig deeper into Gayle and her journey. They are, what kind of character is Gayle? What kind of hero is she? What is her sin? Is she a sympathetic character? And what are the writers trying to say through her? First question, what kind of character is Gayle? She is round and dynamic. She is one of the most modern characters in how she is written, which perhaps explains her popularity. Gayle has shifting motivations and struggles with her identity and goals, making her round, and over the course of the story her character changes in fundamental ways, making her dynamic. Tellingly, she is one of the few characters to experience any growth and resolution during the People World arc. The majority of characters merely repeated what we already knew about them. To emphasize what a complex character she is, Gayle kind of has 3 resolutions, with Prince Leon in the main story, with her sister in her Recollections of Dusk story, and with herself in her secret story. We'll get into the details of each of those later. Next question, what kind of hero is she? She is an anti-hero. There is little about Gayle that is traditionally heroic. She is not a role model. Again, she's one of the most modern characters. In her own words, she does not fight for justice. She fights for revenge. She does not fight to gain anything, only to destroy. Gayle is quite similar to Longhair A2 in motivations and characterization. Someday, I do want to do an analysis of A2. I think I'll wait until the anime ends before doing that. There may be more revelations on her character in there. Third question, what is Gayle's sin? I've been saying for forever that I will make a video about sin in Nier games. I will get around to that. And Gayle, killing for the sake of revenge is a pretty clear sin. But the more personal sin, the sin Reincarnation is interested in, is the sin of abandoning one's humanity. And that, along with guilt, are the 2 main categories of sin I think Nier addresses. Again, similar to Longhair A2, Gayle shies from interpersonal contact. She suppresses sentimentality. She refuses to see the humanity in anyone else. She has a laser focus on her mission, and misses the beauty of the greater world. In the sin video, I will of course talk about atonement, which Mama says is how to absolve oneself from a sinful state, and Gayle atones by re-embracing her humanity and recognizing the humanity of others, specifically Leon at the end of the People World arc. Question 4, is she sympathetic? I talked about levels of understanding in my Umberto Eco video, linked below, and sympathy is the deepest level of understanding. We can objectively describe and understand Gayle's actions and motivations, but justifying and sympathizing with them is nearly impossible by our moral standards. She is not morally right in how she treats either the world or herself. But that is not the writer's goal in portraying her this way. She's not meant to be sympathetic. She is meant to be pitied, and that can transition us to the final question, what are the writers saying through her? Of course, there is the message that war has devastating effects even on non-combatants, but on a more personal level, Gayle is a cautionary tale aimed at us the player. Do not become like her. That is the message of her story. That might seem silly. We are not in danger of becoming human weapons seeking revenge, but rather, the writers are urging us to not abandon our humanity. Do not give up on people and the world. Remember beauty, even if we have seen ugliness. In the main story, Gayle targets Leon, but ultimately acknowledges both his non-culpability and his humanity. In her Recollections of Dusk story, she ultimately lets go of her desire to revive her sister, instead embracing her peaceful rest. Then finally, in her secret story, Gayle puts down her sword and mission of revenge, and instead takes under her care an orphan girl, representing her change from avoiding humanity to embracing it. And that is the second part of the cautionary tale. Even if we fall into a mindset like Gayle or A2, there is a way out. There is a path to redemption. Alright, so that is my analysis of Gayle. I could actually say more and go deeper because she touches on themes that interest me a lot. But I want to make separate videos on just those topics, like sin, atonement, forgiveness, morality, and nihilism. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again. Take care.